Donald Trump just made about 400 posts within the span of an hour at midnight that include some of the most deranged conspiracies imaginable. He was just going post, 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 like every 10 seconds.
Before, just keep in mind that this is just 20 minutes. And that's not even all of it. I mean, there's just a non-stop tweets, and he's just...
It's 1 a.m. on the East Coast right now, and Donald Trump just went on his worst social media posting spree yet, posting over 150 times in an hour. That's over 2 posts a minute. It's insane. So I'm going to show you some of the worst examples because it got really crazy. This one, where he posted a video of the president of Venezuela speaking with a fake caption that said he surrendered to Donald Trump and turned evidence over that Biden shipped
100 times in an hour. The video that I saw talking about this, I think it was just like Midas touch. He did the math, and apparently that's a post every 10 seconds. Every 10 seconds.
Can we look at the reasons as to why Americans want Trump's gadgets to be taken away from him? Because it looks like he is losing his mind. Looks like he is having an episode. If that was my president, I would be siding with Americans. This man posted while you were sleeping. He posted over 400 times in about an hour. But welcome back to the channel anyway. I do hope that from wherever you are watching this from, you are doing all right. Thank you so much for always supporting. First of all, I can't believe what we are looking at, okay? But I think it's important that you look at what was happening in Trump's night while you guys were resting. And we'll come back and talk about it. This is for entertainment purposes only. All right, I'll be back with more.
It's 1 a.m. on the East Coast right now, and Donald Trump just went on his worst social media posting spree yet, posting over 150 times in an hour. That's over 2 posts a minute. It's insane. So I'm going to show you some of the worst examples because it got really crazy. This one, where he posted a video of the president of Venezuela speaking with a fake caption that said he surrendered to Donald Trump and turned evidence over that Biden shipped gangs into the United States. That's not what Maduro said. He actually attacked Trump in this speech, and the speech is from February. Here's another one. He posted a conspiracy theory from Alex Jones where he says Michelle Obama may have used Biden's auto pen to pardon people, which is insane. He also reposted someone claiming that Nancy Pelosi planned January 6th 2 years ahead of time. He reposted somebody calling for a military tribunal for President Barack Obama. He reposted this Barron Trump news account, which is based in Europe and is spreading conspiracies. And then he posted this from a random account on Twitter that's calling for the criminal prosecution of President Barack Obama for sedition and other crimes. And that all took place within an hour in the middle of the night. He was clearly going through some mental decline episode and had access to his phone and was just letting anything fly. But it's clear that this guy should not be in office any longer.
Donald Trump just made about 400 posts within the span of an hour at midnight that include some of the most deranged conspiracies imaginable. He was just going post, 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 like every 10 seconds there's been a new post, and he says things like Michelle Obama was in charge of former President Biden's auto pen, and Michelle Obama was issuing the pardons and not Biden. And then Donald Trump posts AI videos saying that Maduro has officially surrendered to Donald Trump and Trump controls Venezuela now, and that Maduro admitted that Biden was actually leading the Tren de Aragua gangs against the United States. And Trump made other posts. I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. I am just the greatest to ever live. And Trump made posts that were just even more deranged than that. And it was post after post. What did he say? He says that Canada and South Korea and all these other countries are involved in election rigging as well. Literally 400 posts. This guy is beyond 25th Amendment territory at this point. We heard from Caroline Levitt today saying that, oh, he got a normal preventative MRI. And that's normal of somebody's age. There's no such thing as normal preventative MRIs. And when you read this doctor's note that Donald Trump claimed was an MRI result, but it was like some deranged doctor's note, it said that he got an MRI for his abdominal health and doesn't even mention any MRIs for his brain. Look, let's just be very real here. We know that Donald Trump's father, Fred, was diagnosed with Alzheimer's in the 90s, and then it just got worse and worse each year, and they tried to cover it up, but it just got worse. There's something seriously deranged with this individual right now. 400 posts like the ones that I just talked to you about. Let me know what you think, but this is getting beyond. It's just beyond insane. And this isn't about Democrats, Republicans, independents anymore. It's just there's a lunatic, in my opinion, there. Tell me what you think.
The SAVE Act. Gavin Newsom stole money. Gavin Newsom doesn't know what remodeling is. Union Democrat flips. Just a quote from him. Terrible word. Biden's auto pen scandal. Trump went off. Christmas is great again. John Durham something. I don't know what that's about. Tim Walz, Minnesota governor. Michelle Obama was in charge of the auto pen. Nancy Pelosi planned January 6th for 2 years. Lots, like dozens of posts about Ilhan Omar. Treason. Border Patrol was ordered not to patrol. Just random. Obama will have a military tribunal for treason. The Democrats are to blame. Free Tina Peters. More about Tim Walz and his scandal. He's dropping the hammer on the Muslim Brotherhood. About Ilhan Omar and all of the crimes. Stuff about Venezuela. Trump dropped a bombshell on George Soros. More breaking bullshit. Is it sedition? Is it treason? And this has been sitting there for the last 15 minutes. So I hope somebody took his phone away from him since it is midnight. Crazy town. He's hit 100. He's literally posting 3 or 4 every minute. I think he's definitely going to break his record tonight. This is crazy. I kind of do want to call in a welfare check for him. I hope you're having a better night than Tronald Dump, who posted 160 times tonight. 160. Maybe 159, maybe 161 tonight.
Donald Trump is truly crashing out on Truth Social. Now, I get notifications anytime he sends a message on Truth Social because I'm insane and want to keep you guys updated. But, I've never seen this before. Just keep in mind that this is just 20 minutes. And that's not even all of it. There's just a non-stop tweets. And he's just, finding stuff on Twitter and reposting it on Truth Social. It's absolutely insane. He's been talking about Honduras trying to change the results of their presidential election, but he's also just retweeting random stuff like this, which is videos of the Democrats from, a week or more ago who were talking about how the military shouldn't follow unlawful order. And he just posts this stuff. And yeah, he posts Kristi No, real James Wood. Absolute insanity here.
Y'all, last night while you were sleeping, Donald Trump was truthing. He posted over 200 times to his social channel last night in the span of about 2 hours. Were these healthy, normal things for a president to post, you ask? Of course not. Here he is wondering if Michelle Obama was actually the one using Biden's auto pen in the final days of his presidency. Oh look, he posted about Nancy Pelosi actually planning January 6th. According to Donald Trump on Truth Social, the Venezuelan president has publicly surrendered to Donald Trump. Something that obviously did not happen. I don't know what you would call this, but if this was your grandparent, you would be extremely concerned.
I just woke up and saw that Trump last night truthed, whatever the fuck, 400 times in an hour. The video that I saw talking about this, I think it was just Midas touch. He did the math, and apparently that's a post every 10 seconds. Every 10 seconds for an hour. Mind you, with how long his posts are, that rate shouldn't be possible. How is he? And that's the man running things. Article 2, Section 4. Article 2, Section 4. When will it be enough? When will we reach a point where we're like, that was too much? Because we haven't yet. We haven't yet. You know, like ripping away healthcare from people, that didn't really seem to, cross the red line. Housing, rent being completely like unattainable, unaffordable, that didn't really seem to do it. Taking like food away from people, making food just like way too expensive. The tariffs, right, on any and everything that make any and everything so much more expensive, that didn't really seem to like move the needle at all. So what's it gonna take? What's it gonna take? Yeah.
All right, folks, look, I am genuinely stunned at the level of insanity that we saw from Donald Trump in the middle of the night last night. We all know that Trump is crazy. He does crazy things every single day. This was another level of psychopathic, and I mean it. To give you some context, Donald Trump posted on social media over 150 times in an hour. I don't even know how many posts a minute that comes out to or what the math is. I think it's around over 2 posts a minute Donald Trump was firing off. Clearly, he was awake, angry, and having a mental decline episode for the entire country and the entire world to see. But some of these posts included conspiracy theories about Barack Obama, about Michelle Obama, racist attacks towards Democratic members of Congress, and more. We're going to go through some of them, certainly not all 150. I wouldn't put you through that. But before we do any of that, make sure to subscribe down below, drop a like on the video, comment, let me know what you think about this story. And without further ado, let's just get in here. You will see what I mean in just a moment as to how insane this was. So Donald Trump here posted originally, he re-upped a post from an account on Twitter saying, "Know your facts on Ilhan Omar and her family. Don't be confused on who she is and what she supports." That's from some user on Twitter. And then he reposted another person. You'll see this is a consistent theme of him just reposting other people saying Ilhan Omar, again, a Democratic member of Congress, is a terrorist from a terrorist family in Congress. It is so insane. It is so disgusting. And this is just the first one I'm showing you. This in and of itself is bad. It gets even worse. And he posted this at 10:43 p.m. last night. Let's move on to the next one because there is a lot. And of course, these are just racist attacks that are patently false. I mean, I feel like I don't have to say it, but I do for the MAGA people who inevitably rage in the comments. But insane. Let's move on. Here's another one where at 11:34 p.m., so you're seeing this took place over a long period of time. Trump posted this clip claiming that Nancy Pelosi's former top staffer claims that Pelosi prepared for January 6th.
At some point, we have to call it what it is, like not normal behavior for the president of the United States, probably for anyone. So for these past 24 hours, Trump went on Truth Social, marathon, posting over 150 times in few hours. Sometimes, once every minute. And, we should be paying attention to this. He didn't just post a lot. He repeated posts. He reposted his own posts, like this one. He posts this and then he reposts this 3 hours or an hour later, I don't know. And then he reposted the reposts of his own posts. Is this communication? It's like signal jamming. What is going on here? It's what political strategists call flooding the zone. Overwhelm your audience with so much noise that people can't really tell what matters anymore. It keeps supporters hyped, distracted from bad headlines, and drowns out any kind of criticism. But it also looks like something else, okay? A man who can't stop shouting into his own echo chamber. A president who spends midnight hours frantically hitting post, instead of actually governing, or I don't know, sleeping. A leader is so consumed by controlling the narrative that he's literally reposting himself to himself. America deserves stability, not a late night content factory running on adrenaline and, I don't know, grievance. Is this strength? Is this strategy? Or is this chaos disguised as communication? You tell me, because some people are speculating about his mental state. Might it be that? Yes, it might. This is strange. I don't want to address this. But here I am addressing this because it's in our faces, okay? Right here.
Now, wait, aren't people his age supposed to be sleeping that time? Oh, I know he's the president, yeah. But this, I am so sorry. Like, what? Somebody needs does he need to be in a nursing home? I feel like with his gadgets all confiscated and taken out of his hand, and then you bring his grandkids to come and entertain him. Because what is that? Like, how do you talk about Michelle Obama used Trump's, Biden's auto pen? She's the one that authorized that. Like, was she anywhere near the White House? You know what I mean, and the reactions Americans are giving in here is hilarious. They're like, his dad had dementia. I don't know, some certain type of disease. And they're like, probably it has taken over. And the obsession with the Obamas is like, it needs to be studied. I cannot lie. But can we look at why did he go on this rampage? Because Trump don't do this when he's okay. When he's happy, he don't do that. This he first of all, they are guilty of apparently from the, allegedly from the military lawyers. They are guilty of war crimes. He knew about it. Hexeth knew about it. And coloring came and threw them under the bus. It's like, yeah, they are all admitting. So, should we say that it's, the guilt eating his conscience, and as a way of him trying to distract himself from the reality? Because, we dwell here, okay? And you cannot have so many things running in your head from medulla, from wherever, like, literally, how... Yeah, so is this something he uses to distract him? Sometimes you ask yourself, what demons haunt Trump to an extent that he can't sleep at night? We have quite certain beliefs over here that people that have sold their souls to the devil, they have wealth and everything and comfort, but when it comes to night, they can't sleep. It's like they sacrificed that time. Imagine how miserable do you have to live like that? You have all the money and everything, but when it's night time, you can't rest. What is he doing up? Meanwhile, when it comes to day, he's going to start dozing and taking naps. Like, I am done. Like, I am done. Like, Because the type of president that he is, I know that people don't take him serious, and I feel like this is exactly what he's brought to the US. You guys are not taken serious at all because, I mean, how could you, of all people that stood for presidents, you go this and put it there? Like, no shame, okay? And no disrespect, okay? But like I told you, this is for entertainment purposes only. I am trying to reason and think, and I'm like, this is what was worse. Like, this is what is worth the US. Like, this is what can represent the US. Like, this, a man that literally doesn't have his thoughts collected. He spirals from this, which there's a disorder. It's called what? It can be schizophrenia. It can be that, but there's a disorder. There's a disorder, mental. Actually, not really a disorder, but a mental illness. Okay, that causes people to, be delusional. Okay, delusional. It's more like they are living in their own world, and I feel like he has his own world that he's created. And you know what? The people that voted for him don't find a problem with that because probably some of them are also like, I'm not even trying to say anything because guess what? You do have a lot of MAGAs that are way better. And they are seeing this and they're like, what in the heavens did we just bring on ourselves? But guys, that's that's what your president was attending to. Matters of national importance at night was 400 posts with none bringing any solution to the issues of America, but rather to bring self-gratification and self-glorification. And you guys should be scared. Because that man is not okay. He is he is crazy. That man is not okay upstairs. We have someone over here, a politician. Actually, not a politician, but I think probably a politician and a lawyer. He said, I'm not an everyday person, my friend. Okay? You have a president that is not an everyday person. He's, yeah, because if he was an everyday person, he wouldn't be like literally people wouldn't excuse him for the defamations and the derogatory stuff that he says, and they wouldn't. Looks like he's not an everyday person and people have grown to actually accept him for who he is, that this is our sick person. We have issues over here when someone is not okay here, okay? We're like, yeah, please, if you find it, we've lost our person so and so by the names of this and this. Please, if you find him anywhere, don't beat him. He's not okay upstairs. I feel like that's the level Americans are supposed to be at. That just in case anybody comes across this man and the things that he says, you just be like, please, if you come across him, don't beat. We know him. He's our president. You should always put disclaimers out there because otherwise, I think he's the madman that does not throw stones, because over here, mad people can throw stones. Yeah. And out of the blue, as long as they are mad people, you never know a stone where it will come from and it will hit you. So looks like he is the one that his madness has not Okay, he throws stones with his mouth anyway. I have spent a lot of time because I think I'm enjoying this, and I am literally trying to understand what you guys have in office, because man, President Museveni is old. Like the president of Uganda is old, but he is still very steady here. What you guys think? Do you think probably he took an overdose or something? Because that is a possibility as well. Or maybe he missed a dose. Because those are some of the statements that we use when we see someone here is not okay. They're like, did you miss your dose or took an overdose? I'm ending here, I promise. See you guys later. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I love you. Bye.